Hey Leo, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for November 12th, 2025. This is for Leo. Last shuffle for Leo. This is the last one right here, okay? So, Leo, we have a teacher and we have stuck energy, and something fell. Let's see. We have the vast universe, okay? This is telling me that someone in your space is now seeing the possibilities. Spirit kind of slowed this person down. Whoever this is, they're learning a valuable lesson. Either they're learning a lesson from you or they're teaching you a valuable lesson about balance, about forgiveness. Okay? You may be learning about what forgiveness truly means by watching someone change, by watching someone listening to a higher calling. This would be wow. This is going to be out in front of you in your face. You're going to see. So, however this looks, right? This almost feels like if you think something, it's like your spirit team takes it from you and then goes to that person and expresses something. And you might find this to be strange. Like, is this person psychic? They teach you a lot about what forgiveness does. It feels like the moment that you forgive a person, you start to see the changes in them that you've been wanting to see. I feel that a lot of times resentment holds people up, slows people down. It's like the resentment that you may feel. If you feel resentment towards a person, according to this, right? That person stays stuck in the space where they broke you at, and they don't change because you're resenting them, right? And they feel inadequate under that scrutiny. It's like the sun scorching the crap out of everybody around you, right? Everybody's sunburned, and it feels like that slows, of course that slows you down. There's a lot of stuff you can't do once you get sunburned. I'm sorry. And it feels like your forgiveness lifts a burden off of them, and they realize, is this who I want to be for the rest of my life? Do I want to always be that person that hurt Leo or um, did something, whatever it was, right? It feels like someone is learning what true success and true happiness looks like, what it feels like, okay? And it's happening all through you, right? It's like you had to teach someone a lesson and it had to happen the way that it, you know what I mean? The way that it happened. Spirit is pushing this person to realize that their life could be extraordinary. It doesn't have to be what it is, that their potential to be happy is endless. They're seeing that the way actually is clear. It's like getting what they want is still available. They could still have a good life. I don't know what this person has done, because the Three of Swords tells me that they think about it quite often. Whatever it is now, it's out in the open. Six of Wands is more of a public energy, so it's like, okay, it's out in the open. They have they've successfully overcome something and they're happy, or they're more so focused on what happiness looks like. And they realize that, whatever happiness is available in the world, it could be available to them also. They're seeing that energy, and they realize that the universe always provides for anyone, wherever you are, no matter what it is, right? Like, there's that phrase, there's someone for everyone. I always hear that all the time, and I'm always cracking up, because usually when people say that, it's when you're like, this person is a completely undesirable energy, no matter where you are, no matter where you come from. This is definitely not the type of stuff. It's always that kind of thing, right? Like, like my strange addiction. I don't know if you guys ever saw that show, but I lost my appetite on like 3 episodes. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm so straight. I'm like, wow, this is something that they really feel a compulsion to do. And, even there, you're going, oh, there's someone for everyone if they're taken, I always hear that phrase during periods of things where to a person, that's just not, that ain't it, right? And I feel that this person's starting to realize that anyway, in general, okay? That, hey, something out here for everyone. There's someone out here for everyone, and they want to be. They're open now. Where they were closed off, where they were feeling inadequate, where they were maybe unbalanced in a way, like feeling mm, like they may have felt like things were more important, having a certain status, having a certain they were in a certain tax bracket, having a certain amount of money was important to them, and now they're realizing that life is much bigger than that, and that money comes and money goes. You can always get it again. They're starting to see that kind of crap. And I feel like I always say crap because I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, obviously, right? When you're a child, you don't have any money, but you're so happy with the stick that it's like, you know what I mean? We have to go back to that space sometimes. Um, because I used to be, it didn't matter. I didn't have to be dressed perfectly. I was in the creek, I'm playing, I'm catching frogs, I'm doing all kinds. I was having a blast. I had a good old country upbringing with it during the most fun times when your parents let you actually go outside. In the 80s, you know. But this person's giving thanks already. Like they're great. There's some they're I'm stuttering in an energy of gratitude, thanking spirit for whatever is coming their way. I feel like a lot of them are thanking spirit for you, and because you may, even though Leo, I'm kind of seeing like maybe you may have taken it may have taken you a long time to forgive this person. I feel that maybe there are certain parts of you that was holding on to something, and that's where spirit's like, listen, your forgiveness, you're saying it's okay, go out there and do better, at least, right? Whether you're with the person or not, whether they're your friends still or not, whether you work with them or not, it's like, it's cool, just go out there and do better, treat other people better, do something that meaningful in this world, like do something meaningful with your time instead of what you were doing. It freed them up to see that they could be more. Like your forgiveness is going to free someone up to be better, or a better person, even a better person to you. Forgiveness is a necessity. I know that most people believe that forgiveness is like, you know what, I'm not going to tell that, you know, I can't condone their behavior. I'm not going to sit here and say that what they did was okay. That's not where forgiveness is, right? Forgiveness is when you kind of just accept this is what they did, and then accept the behavior after, accept, you know what I mean, accept the fact that they did this, and maybe if they're making amends, accepting that they are sorry and they made amends, kind of thing, or they're making amends. um, that's the biggest problem with a lot of relationships. There's no forgiveness, you know, at all. It's like where when people argue, they bring up the same old past stuff that you know, you did this 20 years ago. They're still, they haven't forgiven it, you know. And so we're compiling hurt upon misunderstanding, upon hurt, upon misunderstanding constantly, you know. And I feel that we don't realize the energy that comes from it, the acceptance aspect of things, and also to dissolve those attachments with a lot of love. Because what happens, what we don't want to do is continue to send bad or dark energy out into the world. If you, I mean, if that's their choice, that's their choice, but you don't be that bad energy, right? Justice is in this energy too. This is telling me that karma is attached to some of this. So this tells me so much about like your forgiveness is karmic. It's necessary. It's a catalyst to change. The fragmented energy with this person is Eight of Cups and Six of Swords. They're fragmented. What fragments them, what has them all over the place, is that they're leaving things behind that no longer serve them in order to fill that space with something better, but they're scared. And I think that they're mostly afraid because I don't think this person has been balanced ever. It looks like a lot of self sabotage. It looks like a lot of, I never go with the flow. I do it, you know, this is what they were stuck in. The King of Pentacles is like, we're doing step one, step two, and step three in that order. It doesn't have to be done in that order. That's just how they want it to be, you know. And so I feel that they were probably very analytical, or they needed to have a routine and they needed to have it under control. They could not allow for any flow or synchronicity into their space. They may not have been a very flexible person. This looks like a very rigid person. And so they may have found themselves scattered now because it's like, I gave up being that way in order to just like get what I want out of life, because I want to be happy. I want, I want to be balanced. I don't want it to just be every, because those to me are very unbalanced people when they're like, it has to be, you have to fold it this way. It's like, you are so unbalanced. That means to me that you get bent out of shape over small stuff, and that's a terrible place to live and a terrible person to live with. It's hard to live with someone who's like that. And so if you were, I don't see that you're living with this person. I'm just saying this person is learning a valuable lesson and also teaching one. They may be teaching you a valuable lesson about what forgiveness does and how things change and how spirit works through people, and how spirit always, like anything, is redeemable. And it almost to me looks like the minute that you think of something, the minute that you come up, you're like, this is what, in your mind, the proper thing to do or the proper thing to say is this, and then out of nowhere they say it. Right? That's kind of what I'm getting off of this. Like, you're going to be like, whoa, do they read minds? Are they psychic? What's up? Or they maybe also too, they have been listening. Present power is the Page of Cups and the Emperor. And this present power is an awareness that this person, whoever the teacher is, realizes that a true leader is one that leads with love and also lighthearted energy. Their strength right now is that they realize they don't have to do so much. They may have been even brought back down to, like, spirit may have made them realize what it feels like to be a child, and what it feels like to have bigger people around you, and how they didn't have to do so much to get their point across because they're already bigger than you. They're already intimidating, right? Especially like a masculine, like your dad or something. Like your dad, all he has to do is say it once or something, and your mom has to she has to say it with her hands a little bit sometimes. That's It's always that thing, right? It's like the mom's always like, I had to lose my mind, and all you had to do is come in the house and they sit down. It's wild. And so it feels like you may realize it, that, or this person is realizing that it does not take that much to get things done. It doesn't take so much effort, so much gusto, so much um I don't know, controlling energy, or so much aggression in so many ways. But they don't have to strong arm anyone. They just have to suggest it or start doing it quietly, and it seems like things go in sync. Yeah, they're going to be, spirit is making them feel, making them sit in a space. And so if this is a person that was like a provider, spirit may make it where they can't provide. If whatever it was that they leaned on, whatever it was that was like their false sense of security, like, at least I make money, or at least I have this in order, or at least my home is this way, you're going to see that it's not going to be that way. Like, spirit stripped them of this on purpose to get them to see life is different, or life could be better than this, right? Uh, Interesting. Uh, yeah. So you could be dealing with a Libra, a Virgo, Aries, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. So you could be a Cancer, Leo cusp. You could be a Leo, Virgo cusp. Virgo, Libra cusp you could be dealing with also. If you're not dealing with these signs, which you don't have to be, the signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.